Welcome to Alpha Insights. I'm Lucan, your guide through the ever-evolving world of finance. Today we're diving into the latest developments in communications and media, a sector buzzing with activity. Joining me is Benjamin, our commodities expert, who's here to shed some light on recent deals and what they mean for investors. Thanks for being here, Benjamin.
Thanks for having me, Lucan. It's great to be here to discuss these exciting developments.
Absolutely. So, let's start with the big picture. We saw some pivotal moves, like HBO Max teaming up with RTL Plus in Germany. What does this bundling agreement signify for both companies?
This bundling agreement is quite strategic, Lucan. For HBO Max, it's a way to boost their presence in the competitive German streaming market. Bundling services can attract more subscribers by making it easier for customers, and it may help stabilize their average revenue per user, or ARPU, by providing multiple offerings.
That makes sense. Is there any expected impact on churn rates with this move?
Yes, definitely. By bundling their services, they're aiming to reduce churn. That's the rate at which customers leave. Lowering friction for users can really help in retaining them, especially in a market full of choices.
And it's not just about streaming. We've got BYD partnering with MediaOne to finance international content. Can you explain why this is significant?
Sure, Lucan. BYD's entry into content financing shows a growing trend of non-media companies recognizing the value in premium content production. This investment could open up new financial pathways for studios without having to dilute their existing equity. It's about creating a diversified revenue stream.
Interesting. So, it's not just two entertainment companies collaborating, it's broader than that. Moving on, we saw some positive news about Airspan and their deal with Rakuten. What's noteworthy here?
Airspan's recovery and subsequent deal to supply thousands of radios is a compelling story. This deal, backed by US government funding, positions them strongly in the Open RAN space. It's also indicative of the policy-driven support for domestic players in telecommunications.
Great to know. Speaking of telecommunications, how are the recent moves in the subsea cable protection in the Philippines related to all this?
That's a good point, Lucan. The Philippine Navy's steps towards better subsea cable protection highlight the essential infrastructure needed to support growing global connectivity. With rising demand for monitoring and repair services, specialized providers could see increased contracts, which is positive for their business.
So really, it seems the sector is all about securing and expanding revenue streams. What should investors watch for moving forward?
Absolutely. Investors should monitor ongoing streaming M&A rumors, especially involving players like Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery. Additionally, keeping an eye on subscriber growth from the bundling efforts in Germany will be crucial. It's also important to track Airspan's shipment details and Rakuten's deployment schedules to see how these deliveries pan out.
Before we wrap up, what are the major takeaways for our listeners today?
Firstly, keep an eye on bundling strategies that could enhance subscriber retention. Secondly, watch for non-media companies investing in content as a diversification tactic. And lastly, always consider the execution risks tied to these deals, as they could impact revenue recognition.
Fantastic insights, Benjamin. Thanks for sharing your expertise with us today. It's clear that the communications and media sector is on an upward trajectory with these partnerships.
Thanks, Lucan. It's been a pleasure.
And thanks to our listeners for tuning in to Alpha Insights. We'll be back soon with more updates and analyses. Stay informed and invested.